What's better than a dozen cookies? One giant skillet cookie. I'm making a cast iron brown butter chocolate chip skillet cookie, and I'm gonna make it in this cast iron skillet because it's gonna give me a really nice contrast of texture of a crisp caramelized edge, a molten ooey gooey center. It's gonna be delicious, it's gonna be fast, it's gonna be easy. All I need to make this cookie is butter, brown sugar and white sugar, flour, egg, chocolate of course, baking soda, kosher salt and flaky salt, vanilla, and I'm gonna top this with some vanilla ice cream. First, we're gonna brown the butter, and you could do this in your cast iron skillet, but I'm gonna do it in my stainless clad saucier so I can see the butter turning brown and I can show you the butter turning brown. So I've got this going over about medium heat, and I'm gonna drop 8 tablespoons of unsalted butter. We're just gonna wait for it to melt. When you brown butter, you're cooking off some of the water in the butter and you're left with the fat, and the milk solids are gonna start to brown. That's gonna give you a toasty, caramelized flavor. And it's really nice in baking because that can help to combat some of the sweetness and make for a more complex flavor to any baked good. And I really like it in chocolate chip cookies. If you don't want to do this step, it's fine. You can start with a stick of room temperature butter. So I've browned the butter in the pan and I've put it into a metal bowl set into an ice bath. That's gonna halt the cooking process. It's also gonna help it firm up a lot more quickly than if I left it out at room temperature. This is my trick for making whipped brown butter. So I'm gonna just keep whisking so I can suspend those brown bits within the fat of the butter. And then my brown butter is gonna be ready faster to use for my baked good. I know this is ready because now this is opaque and it's kind of the texture of a whipped frosting. We're going to chop our chocolate. I like to choose bar chocolate because I can get a really high quality chocolate, but you can use discs, you can use blocks of chocolate, you can even use chocolate chips if that's what you have on hand. This is a semi-sweet chocolate, and I like to kind of give a nice contrast in size. We'll have some kind of little dusty bits that'll melt into the dough, and then I'm gonna have some pieces that are bigger that'll make beautiful pools of chocolate on top of the cookie. This will give me about a cup of chocolate. This is my brown butter, and it's ready to go in the bowl. And now I'm gonna add sugar. So I'm using both white sugar, which is gonna make the cookie crispy, and I'm using dark brown sugar, which is gonna make it really nice and chewy. If you wanted to, you could use a stand mixer or a hand mixer, but I think this dough comes together pretty easily, so I'm just using a wooden spoon. If you do decide to use a hand mixer, once you have all of the ingredients together, just be sure not to overbeat it because that can make for a tough cookie. Got a room temperature egg, and I'm gonna add some vanilla to it. I'm actually gonna go ahead and add my kosher salt to my butter and sugar mixture. Okay, egg and vanilla going in. And now I'm just gonna mix this until it's kind of a loose dough. And you can see that it's kind of lightened up and it's kind of a nice loose batter. Next, I have some all-purpose flour and baking soda. I'm just gonna mix the baking soda into the flour. I'm using baking soda in this recipe instead of baking powder because I want the cookie to have a chewy texture, not a cakey texture, and also baking soda helps with browning. I'm just gonna stir this until it's well incorporated and I can't see the flour anymore. But at this point, you don't wanna overmix. All of the flour is incorporated, so I'm gonna add about 3/4 of my chocolate into the dough, and then I'm gonna sprinkle the rest on top so you can see those beautiful pools of chocolate on top of the cookie. And this is ready to go into my cast iron skillet. This skillet is pretty well seasoned, so I don't need to add any extra butter. There's a lot of butter in this cookie dough. I'm just gonna put it right in, but if you have a newer skillet or you're worried about it sticking, you could always grease the bottom of the skillet with a little butter. I love baking in a cast iron because it can go straight from stovetop to the oven, to the table, and I'm just pressing this out into an even layer. And this is really gonna control any kind of spread. I don't have to worry about portioning the dough. I don't have to worry about baking in batches or rotating trays. And now I'm just adding those chocolate chunks that I saved. So you can really see the chocolate. It'll create these beautiful little pools of melted chocolate on top of the cookie. You always wanna season your desserts. So I'm gonna top this with lots of flaky molten salt. This can go straight into a 350-degree oven right now, but if you have a little bit of extra time and a little bit of extra patience, you can chill the dough uncovered in the fridge for about 30 to 60 minutes. That'll help the fat to solidify, that'll help the flavor to develop, and you'll see a real difference. If you want to make this cookie in advance, maybe 1 or 2 days before baking, line the skillet with plastic wrap and then press the dough into the skillet. That'll make it a nice skillet shape. You can wrap it in plastic and put it in your fridge and let it chill out. But for today, I'm just gonna chill this for an hour. I'm gonna go pop it in the walk-in and then come back and bake it. All right, my dough is in the fridge for an hour, and now I've let it sit at room temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes just to take some of the chill off. It's gonna go into the oven at 350 for about 18 to 22 minutes. I'm looking for the sides to puff up and start to be really golden brown, and the middle should be soft but set. So I'm just gonna let it cool for about 10 minutes or so and then try it. All right, it's time to try it. It looks so good. We have a crisp edge, we have a soft center, we've got all of this melted chocolate all throughout. I'm gonna top it with some vanilla ice cream. You can just put this right on the table and let everybody go crazy, or you can just take a little bite. Just gonna take a little scoop right here. Ooh. Hot, 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 hot. It's chewy, it's kind of fudgy, it's soft. Temperature contrast between the hot cookie and the cold ice cream. It's soft, it's gooey, it's crispy, it's chocolatey. This is everything I want in a chocolate chip cookie. Like me, my youngest son is not a cake person. He always wants chocolate chip cookies for his birthday. And when I was working on this recipe, he got to try it and he said, "Mom, please, can you make this for my next party?" And the awesome thing about this recipe is it's so easy. You can make it anytime. It's not a special occasion dessert. It's not a big baking project. It's throw it in the skillet, throw it in the oven, and share it with your family and friends. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments. If you try this and you like it, please let me know. I'm Rhoda from Made In. Thanks for cooking with me, and I'll see you next time.